cold call anyone because we use LinkedIn every day, attracting opportunities for us. So we do things on LinkedIn that will leverage businesses and opportunities for us in the long term, let's say. Things that happen sometimes you go and track back, they started happening 2 years ago, 1 year ago on LinkedIn. So I want to share those things with you here tonight. I want to share what we do as a company, as professional, what I do to myself, what we do with people working with us, and what we believe as that is a alternative strategy. That's what my book is all about. It's different. It's doing something different, okay? A little bit about the tool, of course. LinkedIn is a 15 years old tool now. So it's not that young. It's they have like 500 million people now in it, and they want to have over 3 billion people by 2020. It's a very aggressive target for them, right? So they want to, like half of the population in the world, they claim that they are going to have using LinkedIn. A number that I like a lot is this. 41% of the millionaires of the world have LinkedIn accounts. That means that you can potentially create a connection with someone who is freaking rich, right? Can give you opportunities. And LinkedIn, no other tool, even I love Facebook as well for business, but no other tool will connect you better with CEOs, CIOs, CTOs, right? LinkedIn, you can see who are the decision makers. You can go there to a company page that you want to work for, list who work there, filter by country, filter by location, and find that exact person who you need to stalk. Right? That's how it works. Let's talk about that. Let's develop the concept here and the mindset. I break these in 3 parts. First is your profile. What happens when you don't believe that you have a strong profile on LinkedIn? You don't engage, right? You don't connect, and then you go there, and then you don't create content at all. Because you believe that your profile is, right? It's holding you back. So let's talk about how you can create. Everything that I'm going to tell you here tonight, it's something that you can do yourself, really. And then let's talk about creating an optimal profile, a strong profile. Let's talk about creating content. That's the second part of my methodology. And the third part is the engagement, the constant engagement. It's visiting LinkedIn 10 times a day, 15 times a day, but doing something useful there, connecting, liking the things from the people that you are stalking and all. Okay, so we're gonna see those things. Apologies for my voice. I don't have the voice like the mob voice. I have like a good voice, but it's been rough the last couple of days, so I kind of lost my voice. So I hope I'll be able to hold that up until the end. How does a profile, an optimal profile on LinkedIn look like? The first thing that you must take care of, and it's a very simple thing, is the URL of your profile. Most people will leave the way that LinkedIn created for you, like your name and 7, 8 numbers after that. So remove the numbers, and if you can, make the alias that you have on LinkedIn, the URL, the same as in your Facebook, as in your Twitter, as in your Instagram, Pinterest, and then you're going to tell me, I don't have these accounts. I don't use Twitter at all. But even if you have an account, be the same person on all these networks. Do you know what I mean? Because if you have a different URL and a different name on LinkedIn than your Facebook, then on your Twitter, every time that you leverage good content that we're going to talk about now tonight here, every time that you leverage good content for your industry, about yourself on these networks, if you are not the same person on them, you are competing with yourself. So why not being the same person everywhere? See, the internet, the indexers and all the Googles and all, they are robots, right? They go for the name and they associate those 2 names, 3 names that you are using for yourself. And they are associating, the more you do it, they are associating their name with the content. Mostly because they want to sell you products, advertise you, target you, advertisement. But in the end, they know your industry. And they also offer you content the same way that they offer you content of your industry. As long as they know your industry, they are going to offer your profile to other people in your industry with whom you should be connected with, right? That's kind of obvious, right? So it's the first thing that you must change. Go there today and try to optimize your URL to match what you have on other networks. And we are here in Europe, in Ireland especially, 2 names. See, I come from Brazil and I have 4 names. So it's like it's a mouthful. So I don't use them, I just use 2 names, right? My wife has 5 names, so come on. So you gotta shorten it up. 2 things here, artwork, and then we will talk about also the artwork is comprising of your main avatar picture that you should not invest money in it, but time in it. There's a slide dedicated to it, so we're going to talk about the nicer picture that you can have. And the banner, you know that blue banner, dual banner that they put there. Go there and change. Keep that current. Keep that like updated with your industry. Go out there in some websites. I will mention a few websites here that you can download royalty-free images. People will hit your profile before they connect with you, and like in less than a second, they are going to judge whether or not they are going to connect with you. And every little detail in your LinkedIn profile will count. They will make a quick judgment about your industry and what is your relationship with your industry, right? So if you are in IT, any computer image. If you are in engineering, anything like that connects with your specialization there. I use in my own back banner, I use a picture of me doing this, microphone in my hand. And I took too long to do that, but once I did it, I started receiving invitations to speak. But just because people say, they don't even know if I know how to speak. They just assume that there's a speaker here, so we need to fill that gap there, let's call the guy. But just because they judge and they create an assumption, and that's how our brain works, okay? I love those 2 points here, the tagline and the compelling story that you're gonna tell on your LinkedIn, and we are gonna develop these well here tonight. The tagline is like replacing the headline you have in your LinkedIn underneath your picture by something that is useful, that shows people what is your value proposition. What is the problem you solve when you get to work to someone? Most people will leave marketing strategist, IT Java developer. It's like, you can use that, that's fine. But what if you used something like I create marketing strategies for businesses? See? You give them the value, you give them the specification of your persona, okay? And I've seen it, that people put it like open to opportunities or Italian citizenship. And I ask them, is this the only thing that you can offer? It's your citizenship. So you don't know anything else. Like you are open to opportunities. So have you ever seen someone get an opportunity because you are begging for an opportunity? Like be bold otherwise. Be bold and claim a spot. Claim a specification to yourself. Let's talk more about that and also how you're going to develop your short story. How you're going to develop your short story on LinkedIn instead of using bullet points, instead of using like just a paragraph. You know the summary part of your LinkedIn. You can write your own story there. Okay? Let me hold on that and come back to it when there's a slide this for that. The career path and the contact details. Career path, guys. When you finally start to describe your specifications, where you worked, companies, go there, spend some time in it, because you're gonna have to find the company name, put the period that you worked, the day that you started, the day that you finished. And when you need to describe what you were doing there, you break into 2 parts. First, responsibilities, bullet points, in the present tense. Because the responsibilities is something that you had in the past, but you still know to do those things. And then you put a second header there, key achievements. And under the key achievements, the bullet points of your achievements. That's probably one of the most important things that you're gonna learn here tonight, right? Apart from the headline and the summary that I like a lot, but you must be all the time bragging about the things that you've done it. And LinkedIn is the proper place for you to do this. So you don't feel ashamed. Like you've seen it. Like the first thing that I guess I didn't even introduce me. The first thing that I've done in here was bragging about my book. I do that all the time, but that's how it works nowadays, guys. If you meet me, you'll see that I'm a humble person. But in the end, you must sell yourself all the time. And what is the best way of selling yourself? Not only bragging, but also telling people what you've done it. We all had achievements. We all achieved. You made that company sell more. You changed complete marketing campaign from this to that, and then you make them say this and that. Be specific. Tell numbers. Mention the countries that you worked on, and it's perfect for you. It's using the key achievements and the responsibilities block. You guys know what I'm talking about here, right? The career path, when you go down there and describe your things. So be very detailing there, okay? And I like these a lot as well, the contact details, because people will go there and put the contact details where the summary, where you should be writing and telling your story, whereas you have a dedicated part on your LinkedIn to put your contact details. And then you go there, put your Facebook account, your Twitter account, hopefully with the same nickname, right? Your Twitter account, even if you don't use them, show them that you have nothing to hide at least, okay? Phone number, it's so annoying how I see people that sometimes they don't put their phone numbers on LinkedIn. Guys, it's not about the convenient method for you to use to communicate with people. It is about giving them all the convenience for them to find you. Because if you hide your phone number, to begin with, your phone number and your email accounts, they don't belong to you. You're just borrowing them to use for a period. So disclose them. If I could put my grandma's phone number in my LinkedIn because I want to be found. So if you don't put those things there, you are making things more difficult. And sometimes it's like, hey, they don't find your phone number. They want to call you. And okay, I got to search. And you all know it's about 5 seconds that you are going to be distracted with something. And there you go. You just missed an opportunity. Someone just didn't call you, and then you weren't called, and then you missed an opportunity. So it is about always giving them the convenience for them to find you. The more you put there, the more they can find you. The more you also describe your LinkedIn, your Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram there, the more the robots of the internet will connect you with all those things. Even the robots, you must facilitate that. And the picture, I was saying, right? So don't invest money in it. We all have iPhones and eye cameras or whatever. It's about light. It's about you, you don't need that, but you have sunlight, go there, take a proper picture. And then in your picture, you are going to invest in what? Invest time also in what? In finding proper clothing. You got to be dressed, guys. Because people will judge. We judge each other all the time. So that picture, that specific picture, is the one that you are going to be displaying to people who are not even connected with you. Because LinkedIn will suggest your profile to other people in your industry. LinkedIn will show your picture when they search on the top. LinkedIn will display that picture on search results. So you got to be presentable, right? You got to be presentable. Also, what works, let's talk about a little bit what doesn't work. Put a picture, right? So people, sometimes they create their profile. I'm going to leave the silhouette. So that's the only the only people that I don't connect with is when they don't have a picture. I connect with anyone. I just don't make any criteria upon it. But put some picture, right? Selfie. Even though you are using your own phone to take a picture or asking someone, if you put your phone on top of a shelf, it's not going to be like a selfie. Your arm won't display. So you got to it's better. You don't need a tripod, but at least See, light, and you see light all the time. Don't put effects. So I've seen it like a lady, 12 cats all over it, like The Bachelor, the guy in the Guinness. Unless you work for Guinness, why the hell you're gonna like display your picture, you in a pint of Guinness? Unless you work as a beer taster or whatever, and you want to associate that image with you. I am the biggest advocate of posting social things on LinkedIn. We'll talk about that as well. But your main picture should be the one, right? And okay, and then you think about it. I'm gonna invest time, take that picture, nice and all suit and tie, or woman like makeup or whatever, or hair and all. But what if you chose to use a different picture that also relates with your background? I also use my main picture is me and a microphone because I want that to myself. So display that with people as well. If you are, like say, if you are again an engineer, there's no shame about it. You and that yellow helmet there when you were visiting the field or whatever, right? Because people will know immediately that you are not playing with the helmet, the yellow helmet. It's something that you do it. Something that you do it. And then you also show, I am the type of engineer who goes to what? We are so smart nowadays. Even the kids, they can make that judgment. They can say, oh, the guy was wearing the yellow helmet because he's involved with road improvements or whatever. He's the type of engineer who goes outside. He doesn't stick to an office, to a desk, right? All these conclusions we do like in a split of a second. You want to give them that. So use anything, any place that you can put a useful information to yourself. And the tagline. I love this because, again, as I said, most people won't leverage the power of your tagline. So a tagline, what should you write there? I'm going to bring you a few examples, but it's just a formula for you to get the concept, right? I help ABC get X, Y, Z. So it's simple. I do something for achieving these results. Or I've done it this, and now I'm doing this. Or even, I just minded my kids for 4 years, and now I'm back to do easy work. Like be fun. Do you know what I mean? See the contradiction there. You want to work, but now you want easy work because you had like moms are project managers, financial manager. They are all together during the 4 years that they take time off. So use your timeline to display that. Most people won't like. They will judge you, but that's fine. That means that you are like grabbing their attention. The recruiters will hate that. Will hate. And don't think that your keywords must be in your tagline for you to appear in search results. Your keyword can be the specific keyword of your work can be the last keyword, and it's going to be indexed. You are going to be found. So the recruiters ask you to put your specifications right there on top. Why? Because they want to search and find you or discard you immediately. They don't want to spend time on you. So I tell otherwise. Go out there, and the decision makers will like your tagline. They will like your storytelling on LinkedIn. Okay? Let's see a few examples. She's in marketing. All right? So most people will go there and put marketing specialist. But I told her, let's be specific. What do you like doing inside marketing? Let's go for the specification. She's in what? Digital sales. And any employer, she's working for BA now, British Airways. What do you think that an employer or decision maker, or someone at least judging whether or not they are going to connect with you, what do you think that the way that they are going to judge her when they see her being bold this way? I perform excellent customer service. I know what I do. I know that I make my clients happy. She knows that she makes her clients happy. Strategic digital sales to increase the company's effectiveness and revenue. This is like it's music for their ears. It is, and this is a tagline. This is a tagline right there. It goes underneath their picture, her picture. They see it when LinkedIn is proposing her profile to others. They see it when she's among other marketing professionals. They are going to click on her first. See? To see what is inside her profile. Let's see a different profile now. Next guy is in sales. Carlos Colato, salesperson? No, I'm not salesperson. I am an executive salesperson. See, get it, how bold you must be. I'm an executive sales, international trade. He started selling skateboards, and then he sold exports and imports, groceries and all, Asia, back in Brazil. And then he worked with Activision, the video game company, outside the sales department. He wanted to come back to sales, to the sales game. He speaks English so well, and I told him, you are not a salesperson. You are the type of guy who must, you see him and you judge him, you must be dealing with what? Executives. You must be selling good stuff, but like being the front man. So let's be bold and tell them that you increase their market share. But he's not lying. If you read his CV or his LinkedIn, you're going to see that he did that. He moved companies, he opened offices for other companies in other continents. He did what? He improved the market share. And this is freaking bold, isn't it? Like, I improve the market share of your business. Okay, be ready to answer that, because once you start grabbing their attention, because they are going to ask you that, how come you are going to increase the market share of my company? Tell me, what is your methodology? What is your strategy for you to increase the market share of my company? Tell me now. So, and then it's time for you to pitch yourself, right? The tagline, open doors, and then you got to do your job. You got to be trained and be the guy who is going to sell, to convince them after you opened the door. Isabella, she's in finance, but she's also a project manager. Should she use like project manager? No, because she also loves the financial part of the project management. Budget this, budget that, right? So it's like let's clarify, let's tell people. She has worked for 4 multinationals. Let's tell them that in your tagline. But let's also build these in a way that you are, say, financial, multinationals, projects. See the keywords playing for you there. In a context, it really plays well. Another example, Raquel, she's in law professional. Okay, now, because when I spoke with her, she told me, what I like doing, what I love doing inside law is making people like how do you call it? Conflict management, right? So she says, crisis management. Guys, another thing that is very important, right? I spoke about that now, about digital sales. Nowadays, it's about specification. Don't be generic. Don't go there and tell, I'm a developer. Go there and tell them, I am a Java, blah, 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 developer. Don't go there and tell them that you are a database administrator. Put it, I'm an Oracle, blah, blah, blah. Don't go there and put it a marketing specialist. Go there and put, I am an SEO and Google Analytics specialist. Because you are being specific. Companies want experts all the time, anywhere, everywhere. And because you are a specialist in SEO, they know already that you know all the other crap about marketing. Because you are going down there. See? If you are in health, and then you are the person who used to sell that medical device from hospital to another hospital, imports and exports, go there and claim that for yourself. Claim that for yourself. It's incredible how Europe, it's so, now in Europe, anywhere, we are dealing with the Middle East now, it's even more than here. They don't have qualified people for all the jobs that need qualified people. It's about you opening, it's on you to open these doors, on you. See? Because how come you have here, half of the people here probably outside their area of expertise? Who here works outside their area of expertise, doing something else? Okay, so it's a small number. So I can assume that everyone else is working inside their area. Okay, awesome. So we are a step forward of that. But you know what I mean, right? So it's like there are positions for you. You know that there are positions for you. It's just about like you filling the gaps and bridging these. Another example here, a data analyst. Everyone now they leave college and they say, I work with data analysts and all, and the companies love hearing that you are behavioral, you are specialist in what. This is statistics, right? Any data person here in the room? This statistics, isn't it? It's like a prediction, isn't it? I work with the Department of Justice here. They have more than 5 guys working only. That's the behavioral economics department, because they are able to oversee the locations in Ireland where crimes are more likely to happen, right? That's a very specification. And that if she's in data and knows that, she should never sell herself as a data person. I'm a data analyst. Let's be specific. 4 MBAs, one of them is sociology. Sociology is completely related with behavioral economics, with the way that people will analyze the data. And once they know the data, what should I do with the data? They'll call someone who also knows people. And then she has the perfect match. She got a work permit with a company here. Of course, a company, as soon as they saw exactly what she would be able to do it, let's put her. She's a technical person, but she's able also to analyze the results. That's my tagline. I want to attract these things to myself. That's why I claim this spot myself. See, I just put something here in the beginning. That's the fact that I wrote a book, because I wanted people to know. I'm not ashamed to say that. See, but you gotta claim this spot yourself. And your tagline is the most expensive real estate in your LinkedIn profile, because you can use without people you can use to sell yourself, and people are not even connected with you to see that. Okay? I want to do a little game here, as I usually do. I want to call 2, maybe 3 people here, and let's build your tagline here on the fly. So who wants to come here and let's yeah, please. Let's give her a hand, guys. Let's make some noise. Thank you. All right, your name is?
I have my LinkedIn here open too, if you want.
Yeah, let's see.
My name is...
Your LinkedIn's here?
Yeah.
All right, so we leave it here.
Okay.
Sorry. All right, so your name is?
Tatiani.
Tatiani. All right, Tatiani, you tell me what you do. Tell them what you do in 1 sentence.
In Ireland?
Now, what you do. What is your value proposition? What is the value that you bring to companies?
I'm really committed and hardworking.
Okay, everybody else here is hardworking, right?
Yeah.
All right, what else? So I'm really putting you on the spot here, all right? But don't worry, it's like it's a laboratory, okay? All right.
I am punctual.
All right, punctual, okay,
Yeah.
Tatiani.
I do the things that I love to do.
Okay,
So everything that I'm supposed to do, I do really good.
all right. What is her industry? Nobody knows. She hasn't told us. Right? That's fine. But you were the first one. The second one is like, I want to go. But say first thing, I am this. I do that. And then I'm punctual, and then I am a hard worker. See? What do you do, by the way?
So I work with a company, they do automated digital marketing.
All right? So you send spam to someone, to everyone.
No, actually...
Like I do. Like I do today.
We are specialized with the real estate companies
All right.
and automotive companies, though.
So, but you automate what? Posts on social media or emails?
Post on social media. So we are able to release an ad in 5 minutes on Facebook, Instagram, and Google.
All right. I I published your Facebook, I published your real estate Facebook ads in less than 5 minutes. That's your tagline. Everybody's gonna hate that. But everybody's going to know from now on what you do best. Because that's her value proposition now. Everybody here in the room knows now, if you need someone to leverage a real estate advertisement on Facebook, and you need that quick, because like people want to visit the place and buy the place, you can hire her. Because she's now telling everyone exactly what she does. Got it? Of course, there are variations of that. You can move a little bit here and there and all, but it's right here. It's about putting exactly what you do. If you were a spammer, I would say I spam people every day and give me your 100,000 listed email that I'm going to make you bring you business. I don't know. But see, it's and that there's also, we get into the discussion that no one has time for anything anymore. So the quicker you are selling yourself, the better it's for people getting to you. Right?
So, but I'm working this because it was my first proper job in Ireland, so I'm glad, thank God for this job. But I want to move to the job that I had in Brazil as PA. So on my profile, I should put the thing that I'm doing now, or I should put the things that I want to move my career?
It's a very good question. That's just one answer. You gotta project the image that you wanna have. You gotta project that image, right? So if you don't wanna be in that industry, don't go and advertise that you do Facebook ads in 5 minutes.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. So you were a business analyst, a BA. You said.
No, I am
PA?
Personal assistant. I wanted to go back
cool.
to that area.
Okay.
Not digital.
And what if you considered being a PA specialized in doing Facebook ads for small businesses, not only real estate, but
could be good. Yeah.
See, don't sell yourself as a PA. Don't avoid those terms that people might not know. You said PA, I understood BA. So for a few seconds, I thought, yeah. See, I am personal assistant for small businesses, and I specialize in Facebook ads. Go there and put Facebook ads. Don't put advertisement. Advertisement itself, it's generic. Facebook ads. All right? Thank you very much. Oh yeah, your phone.
Thank you very much.
Who's next? You. You were beside her. Are you friends?
Yes.
All right.
We work in the same company, actually.
Oh, you also do the same thing? No?
Yes.
Okay. So is your boss around now? Because your guys gonna get another job maybe. All right, your name?
My name is Kelly.
Kelly.
I'm a young administrator, professional, with experience in 3 multinational companies.
Okay. So trading, import exports or trading financial markets or forex?
In general.
Okay. But in trading, you mean imports and exports,
No, I worked in 3 big companies,
okay.
For example, Mercedes-Benz and Hyundai.
Okay.
And here I work in marketing.
Okay.
But as my graduation is administration, I want to focus in the actually financial area, business.
And inside finance, how do you see yourself in the finance department in, I don't know, 1 year, doing what specifically? You could be accountancy or controller or accountancy.
Yeah, but I think that my problem is that I'm too young, and maybe the recruiters, they see me like just a young girl trying to.
And don't you think that
huge point in the market?
Why are they judging you so bad? You're such a good girl. No, of course not. You gotta talk with the decision makers in companies, not only with the recruiters.
Yeah.
See?
No, it's just that sometimes when I apply to some vacancies, like here or back in my country, I think that maybe they think that I'm too young, and they already said this to me. So I don't know how to sell myself. I don't even used to put my age in my CV anymore.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so let's stick with that. Okay. So companies, perhaps you feel like companies won't hire you with such a responsibility inside companies. Okay. Have you ever visited here a accounting department or whatever to see that there is, like, if you offer help, they're gonna help me here, please. They don't care. They might not even look at you, but at your age, like, see. So I mean, there are opportunities, but how far are you going chasing these people from your industry? What I want to say here, guys, forgive me, the recruiters, if there's any here in the room, they are not the only option. If you build a strong LinkedIn profile and learn how to engage with decision makers, you are what? Skipping layers. Companies, they hire the recruitment agencies because they don't have time and their expertise to find qualified people. And those guys, they are experts in finding qualified people. But you can be the guy waving your flag to these people, because the hiring parties also want what? Convenience. But they don't know you. And a good way and a great way to create credibility upon your profile is, with the next step here, the creation of content. Because you know a lot of things about numbers, everything. But how far do you go exposing yourself? Exposing yourselves is not only building a nice profile, it's also, thank you very much. Thank you. Guys, give a hand, please. I want to, sorry, Kelly and Tatiani, I forgot that. So the 2 gifts, guys. Yeah, so over each. Thank you. Guys, it's content. Before I dive into content, sorry. We are still talking about the tagline. Now, I have here 36, 3 slides of 12 good words, keywords that you could be using in your taglines, in your profile, everywhere. Like, to replace the words that we use. I can see here many faces like myself. We are not native English speakers. Therefore, we must resort for help in finding, like, words in English. Like, sometimes one thing, you have 5 words, 6 words for that specific thing. So let's be creative. Let's be creative. Instead of managed, coordinated. I produced. Instead of I built, I organized, fundraised, I designed. See how many times you can use that inside your profile, not only in your tagline, but also when you are describing your key achievements and responsibilities. Right? I consulted, analyzed, negotiated, oversaw, steered, coordinated again. Someone removed something from here. Mentored, guided. See? It's always like being creative. Because these words will always be associated with your profile. Because they search for these words. I need someone who can mentor. I need someone who can guide. I need someone who can produce, design. In financial markets, finance, you should be using this word here everywhere. I don't even know how to say that. Yielded, right? Instead of saying that you leverage results or created this and that, tell them that you display them immediately that you are from the industry when you use specific vocabulary from that industry. You create what? Credibility. Credibility. Immediate credibility. When you design your new profile, you also take time to write your story. And your story is what? It's like in the summary part of your LinkedIn profile, right? So your story is your best opportunity to tell them what? Why you are so young and trying the financial markets. Why you changed from marketing to health. Why you took 4 years to learn English in another country. Tell them that story. Start by writing these, like pencil and paper. Write these 4, 5, 6 paragraphs. I tell that, I explain this so much in my book. Because you must you must tell people what you like, why you chose IT, for how long you developed systems there, and then that started in the darkness of your room there. Tell them that story. Because people will like to read that once they are deciding upon your profile. It's the best way for you, for instance, to explain that. Even saying that I used to try this, but when I tried to go to these companies, they told me that I was too young, and now I'm trying to do this, and that, so I can improve the credibility of my profile. Tell that story in a context, because you can write up to 5,000 words there. It's like 5-6 paragraphs. You can either start from the beginning, and what I tell people nowadays is start with the end. Start with what you want now, the first paragraph, and then you go backwards until how you began. And again, it is the best opportunity for you to explain why you are, let's say, serving coffee instead of working in an engineering company. See? Tell them that. And then you think, yeah.
Can I? Actually, in my storyline, I kind of divided in parts. The first part is how am I building my career? The second one, what are my values? Like this kind of thing, and how you can contact me. So it's like a huge story. But I started to say I started to work with 17. I wasn't really happy in my company, so I tried to work as an intern because I was during college and blah blah blah, And then
that's it, yeah. But when you have the list of your, you just said your values, right? Or do you put these as a bullet point list, or no? Put that inside a context. Yes. Put that in. Instead saying that you are hardworking, you can say, I really young, I got good positions back there in my country because I always have been hardworking. I spent hours in the office. Blah, blah. Tell that story.
But do you think that this should be very small, or it can be bigger?
4, maybe 5 paragraph stops, so people can read in less than 5 minutes. Yeah, it's storytelling. Mm-hmm. Storytelling. But you are telling your achievements again here in the context of a story. You are telling them even the excuses. You are valuing your achievements. And from that, what happens when you take the time to write your story? You know how to answer that specific question when people ask you, tell me more about yourself. You know that because you took the time to write it. And from that, you can also create several versions of your story, such as pitch, elevator pitch, or I don't know, pub pitch, whatever. You have your story. You won't change. It's consistent. See? It is consistent. Your story is where we came from, what you've done it, not the country you came from. It should be there, but it's not relevant. Really, it's not relevant. It's about the value that you can give. It's always about the value you can give. Okay? Guys, is LinkedIn a professional or a social network? Professional. Is Facebook a professional or a social tool? Is Instagram social or professional? Aren't they all business tools nowadays? Yeah? So, are you still doing this separation, friends and family here, partying here, and professional only on LinkedIn? So, even though tonight here is about LinkedIn, I strongly tell you, everything is professional nowadays. Everything. Because you are always, if I convince you today that you should be creating content, you will see how powerful it is being creating content elsewhere, on top of LinkedIn. All these networks, they work differently. The audience will consume content differently in different times. It's a numbers game. It's about reaching more people all the time. It's about people remembering about you all the time. And especially if you are always posting, creating content in your industry, about your thoughts and opinions about your industry. See? How people they will see you as the engineer. They will see you as the marketing professional. They will see you as the business person. The more you do that. And the reach of these networks, it's different. It's totally different. If you want a job in America, you should be using Twitter. If you want a job in Asia, you should be using Twitter and Instagram as well. See? Perhaps Twitter won't help you as much in Europe. Who here uses Twitter at all? They are a news feed. They categorize themselves as a news tool, not even social or professional. And guys, LinkedIn tries to be social every day the same way that Facebook tries to be professional every day. They have business tools. They want to sell advertisements. You can post a job for free on Facebook if you have a company. In LinkedIn, it's their business, right? The groups are way more powerful on Facebook than on LinkedIn. The videos, the ability I'm doing, as we speak, there are 2 cameras filming us live, broadcasting on Instagram and Facebook, because I cannot do that on LinkedIn yet. They are behind us. They are behind those tools in some aspects. But they have what? They have the database. They have the skill sets of everyone. They have your bullet points, your story, because people are used to go and put only professional stuff in there, and they are afraid of being judged elsewhere. That's why you don't tell everyone that you are in marketing, that you sell Facebook ads on your Facebook, because you are concerned about your friends and family, what they are going to think about you. But try this. Stop posting the picture. I'm not saying that you do that, but stop posting about your pets. And for 2 weeks, start posting only professional things. Everybody's going to come back to you and say, what is going on? What happened? What are you? So I don't like you. They will stop following you, and that's fine. Because you want to be connected with people who can attract you opportunities. We make business on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, in all these networks because we consistently push content. We do push content 6, 8 times, 10 times a day in all these networks, automation everywhere. If there are people here following me, you see a lot of automation. We are not there, and the networks, they are working for us. And people stop following us because I measure, but there are other kind of people, like numbers coming from other streams. And these are the people that I want to be connected with, the ones connecting and still with us, because they are more likely to buy from us. It is the same from you, for you. Connected with people in your industry and the people who are inside and engaging with your content, because they are more likely to what? To give you the opportunity. See? And don't you guys agree with me that the opportunity is always hidden? It's someone who likes their content, who can make you the referral for another company. And then you go there, track them down, and then you see, oh, the guy works for that company. It's never like that. It's never someone like a posting, hey, can you come for an interview today here? Of course, that happens, but it's not an opportunity. It's a job interview or someone you were in a recruitment process. It's not like an opportunity that you saw happening or someone, because it's an opportunity for you to work for someone. It's also an opportunity for them to have you on board. See? But it's about being visible all the time. And the content, right? The content is the vehicle. How are you with time? Watch, I guess, stopped. All right, thank you. So the content is the vehicle, guys. What type of content and how and what type of content you should be pushing and creating there. Am I going to tell you here tonight to start creating and altering content? No. That would be ideal. But no one starts from it. We always start like sharing things from others. We all read a lot of crap online, right? All the time. And how often do you hit the share button and share that to your LinkedIn network? How often? So we could be using these opportunities to what? To display yourself, to expose yourself. And the more you do that, we did that so much last year. I must confess, here. There was a time that we were not even reading the articles anymore that we were pushing. Everything related with HR, jobs in Europe, career development, mentoring, coaching, entrepreneurship. We had the robots like indexing content. I was just reading the taglines because that's what we do. That's what you also do when you see the post on someone else's tagline. You hurriedly go there and click to see what is inside. But this was working for us until I felt bad. But this was working because people were what? Creating the relationship between those subjects with me and my brands. See how it works? And see, the most important KPI for you to know if your content is working on LinkedIn is the number of views. People don't like and share content as much on this network particularly. But the views, when you go there and you post something from, like for someone else, from Irish Times or whatever, and you shared that, and 2 days later you go there and see 79 views. And then you post another thing from another source about your industry, 125 views. Do you know what it takes for LinkedIn to count a view? It means that someone stopped for, a unique person stopped for at least 3 seconds upon your post. Isn't that time enough for them to create the relationship between the subject with your face, your nice picture and your tagline with value proposition? That's enough time. And 70 people that did that. 123 people did that. See how amazing that is. The more you push, the more you do what? You are creating, you are like sticking the information in their brains that you do marketing, that you do health, that you do engineering. Because they won't click on your post. They won't click on the article unless you start writing your own stuff. That's another step, right? Because once you start writing your own stuff, even a thought that you just had, if you are in finance and then you could analyze the budget 2019, two months ago, and could just go there and push your comments about the Irish budget or whatever. Because you are in finance, right? If you are in health, you don't need to talk about the budget, even if you have an opinion upon it. See? But you are there creating the association. When you start creating and putting out your own opinion, you are becoming an authority. And once you become an authority, the credibility comes and the opportunities, they start to appear. They start to appear so much that sometimes you see yourself in a way that you cannot grab them all. It happens in many times. How the opportunities they come, guys. If you wrote something about the budget and someone liked not only 100 views, but someone hit like, someone who is connected with you liked your post. It's an opportunity for you to do what? To engage with the person. And then what I'm going to say now, it will feel strange for you at first. But if you go to that person who liked your comment and ask them, I saw you liked my post. What did you like about my thoughts? You are in a conversation now. You will be impressed how opportunities can be leveraged this way. Especially if that person, you saw their profile and then you saw that they are a CEO of a company. They CEOs, they won't spend time doing likes and there because they know that if they expose themselves, they are kind of asking for people to bother them, right? But the opportunities don't come only from the CEOs. It can be a person who will potentially be your desk mate in a company, who also liked about your comment about the budget 2019. And that person can disclose an information about the company they work for. Hey, why don't you send your CV to myself because they're going to open a new office in Switzerland and they're going to need another 50 people there. You had no idea about that. No one did. Not even the recruitment agencies, because they haven't yet published the positions. And you are in talks with a person like behind the scene. Do that, guys. Can you project this situation? That the more you do that, the more the opportunities will they will appear, they will display. It happens, it's proven. Yeah.
Would you actually recommend writing, because I see I'm very active on LinkedIn and I'm posting, sharing, liking.
Are we connected on LinkedIn?
Not yet.
Not yet, all right.
I just wanted to be here and I'm
Sure, no, that's fine, yeah.
because I need to have a context, because I'm not connecting people who are not sending a message.
Very good, I'm going to talk about that, yes.
That's a very important thing, I think, because
Mhm.
there needs to be a value. And
Mhm.
you need to be connected, really connected to the person.
Yeah.
Not only to have the numbers. And I'm there like since 2009 with LinkedIn, so I have a quite big network already. Would you recommend, because I see a lot of really long postings, instead of doing the article stuff on polls, would you recommend putting longer postings as an article on LinkedIn?
Oh, yeah.
Or
LinkedIn is it's my blogging platform. I use LinkedIn for it.
because I'm doing the postings
Yeah.
at the moment as the postings, not as an article. But
Amazing you said that. First, see, we were just seconds ago comparing Facebook with LinkedIn. So LinkedIn has a blogging platform. Do you know that? So if you already do the writing and then you are going to use something else, you can still use like Medium or Quora, good tools, but use your LinkedIn. If you are going to start writing articles, use LinkedIn itself for it. It's going to have an URL with your name, your name will be linked as a unique URL with the title of your article, and if your title is compelling enough, it has taglines, your names are there, strongly connected with the market share word or digital sales or whatever. See? But yes, answering your question, please use LinkedIn as your blogging platform. You can also share those links as if you were in any other blogging platform. You can put the keywords, the hashtags, and it's going to work really well. Okay, I'm going to talk briefly about very soon about the custom messages. I like these. We are actually approaching the end. So, how often should you post on LinkedIn? Twice, 3 times, 5 times a day. I would say 6, 8 times. But it's like a go smart, right? So it's difficult to manage these in the long term. It is difficult, especially if you are creating your own stuff. Okay, so if you are sharing things from others, I will show you here in the next slide that you can use automation tools to keep you reposting those shares once in a while. And then you are going to even schedule the posts for these times here, outside work hours. People are more likely to consume LinkedIn content, especially scrolling down from 8:30 to 9:30, 12:30, 1:30, 5:30, 6:30. It's not me saying that. It works for us a little bit different, but if you gotta try in the beginning, go for it. Mornings, like a Wednesday morning, people are more likely to like your stuff, read your stuff. The numbers of views are better.
But it depends on the target audience, because if you have a network in States, for example.
Of course, yeah, it's their time.
So
Yes.
you should have that ready by in the morning between 9 and 11. So that's the usual.
Yeah, but if you are like aiming for that audience, you gotta be even perhaps 8 times a day might not be enough. Why? Because the Americans, they do marketing way better than the Europeans. They are ahead of us, using all these social tools years and years. They are not afraid of being judged as much. So they push content. So if you are trying to sell something there, see my point here? Using their time zone, you'll be competing with more posts and posts in their timelines and competing for their attention. And weekends, say Saturday mornings are now good on LinkedIn, but Fridays, it goes down, and as well as Sundays are also dead, completely on LinkedIn. What I mean by that is that if you start automating your posts, as I'm going to show you now, you will like you will read something in a Sunday evening that you feel like, oh, this is a nice post to share. But I don't want to share it now. I want to like leverage these in a good time when people will. See my point here? So the people are more likely to create this association with my profile and like, see, small steps, okay? And these are the free tools. I use them all. I use those two here. Feedly to aggregate. They are all free tools. You can pay their subscription, but if you don't want it, you can still do good things with that. Feedly helps me aggregate my content per categories. See, what is this, what is that? This is HR, this is mentoring, this is entrepreneurship. And then what happens is that Feedly is my source, not only for my sharing. First I want to learn, and so it's my source. And nowadays, you guys know, right? It's all about like reducing the number of clicks to get somewhere. So if you have an app that you are going to put the URLs of your common sources of content, if you like RC Times or any other specific outlet, or not only about news, but something specific from your industry, go there and create those things, because Feedly will show in your mobile even everything compiled, what you read, what you didn't, and this is gonna like have the sharing buttons there, integrated with LinkedIn. Easily you can go there and in 2 clicks you share your stuff. And if you also install Buffer is free for up to 3 accounts. So you can actually have your Twitter, your LinkedIn, and your Facebook connected there. And if you configure that post that you read in Sunday evening, if you schedule this post for Wednesday 8:30, you will just schedule once, and Buffer you are going to even forget about that. Wednesday morning, Buffer will explode that post on those 3 networks. That's how the marketeers do, guys. They don't keep there posting things as you see the posts. We schedule our queues like 45 days before they happen. Of course, there are things more current, but marketing tools that they are useful for you to attract these opportunities to. It's powerful tools used by big businesses, not mine, big businesses, that you can also use to leverage your profile. Because you are a product, you are a company, you are a brand. You have product to offer, you have a value to offer, and then you get paid for that. It's about finding your clients. You go to an interview. If you see your interview as an interview, you should start seeing your interview as a sales meeting. You are selling your product, you're selling your value. You convinced someone that your brochure, your CV, or your LinkedIn, it's something that they wanted, and then you go to an interview. It's about making those connections, using technology to help you make these connections. Got me? All right? And this is the last slide. It's more operational about LinkedIn. What I do, I visit at least 50 profiles of people that I don't know. I just hit their profiles. I don't connect I don't go there like a crazy connecting with people. But I hit their profiles. What happens when I hit their profile? They see that I saw their profile, they hit me back. When they hit me back, I go there and I customize a message saying, hey, I saw that you saw my profile, let's connect. So, see? I'm here to tell you those things, guys. I do that, and it's like you are in a browser there, all right? So, Control-Tab, profile, you want to work for a company, list their names there, see? Company pages, make a database yourself of companies that should be hiring you, you want to work for. Don't go there for the big ones, Google's, Accenture, because it's going to be more difficult. The market, it's 95% of SME, it's made of the market in Europe, it's made of 95% of SMEs, small, medium enterprises. Not me saying this. I read that the other day. And I kept saying this just to show you how you could be reaching their company pages, and that their small offices here And then when you hit the button and filter by doubling, you see 35 people. It's like in 5 minutes you find the decision makers. Hit their profiles. Perhaps they can hit your profile back. Go there to their profiles without connecting yet. Hit their profiles and see what they posted. Like their stuff. Because what happens when you like a post of someone that you are not connected with? They see your beautiful face. They see your beautiful tagline. You might hit someone who needs someone who can leverage Facebook ads in 5 minutes because they read that in your tagline. And it was a really nice, in disguise way of selling yourself. Instead of going there, like I receive every day, everyone in business here knows that, how many spams you receive from India and all, I respect, but like they keep pushing ads on you, like hire my IT company, my consultancy, this and that. This is not going to work. This is not going to work for you either. Like broadcasting CVs all the time. But being visible, and there are many ways of doing this. But you are being more accurate, right? Going to the company pages, finding who decides, and hitting those people. When you find these people, I forgot about that, but it's quick. When you find these people, there are a few customized scripts, like no magic around here. Even if you find some spelling mistake and all, but it might go with it. But I mean, hello, Bob. See, 50 profiles that I clicked today. Tomorrow I go and check. If Bob came back to my profile, saw my profile, I hit Bob. Then this time I connect. And when I connect, I hit Bob with a customized message and say, thanks for checking my profile. Sometimes Bob comes back to me and says, hey, but are you checking my profile first? All right, so we are now in the conversations. And then I don't lose the opportunity, I don't waste the opportunity, to sign up. Put my business name there. Guys, this doesn't take me like 2 seconds. The chances of these working are really small. But imagine how many times you can do that if you spend only 10 minutes a day in your LinkedIn. Yeah.
But you also can first, then you're not really sure. So what I do is when I see really interesting content, I follow the person. And then after a while, you can say, I'm following you since a few months. Now I want to connect with you because you have this relation.
Absolutely, you can always be more specific, especially depending on the grade of the person. If you are specific, saying things like, sorry, I'll get back to it. But this is a message that I sent after someone connected with me. I always go there and try to engage in a conversation. What's your story? Tell me more. What's going on? Well, we are connected now. Let's do this and that. No, see. And so if you are doing these with people in your industry, you have something to talk about it. You always do. That's the one here. Sorry. Oh, no, sorry. When I know that someone is posting about a specific subject, actually, I didn't bring that slide. I go there and say, hey, nice article about this and that you wrote the other day. Let's connect. They're going to connect back with you because you were specific, you were personal. They know, even though you were using a script, they know that you mentioned something that Bob's going to remember. Oh yeah, I wrote about that the other day. Nice, you liked it. Bob's going to connect with you. Today what happens, it happened something really, my wife's not here anymore. I guess she left me, finally. Joke. So, but it's she, finally for her, I mean. So I went back to her and say, hey, see who is asking me for a connection here. And I showed her the name of the person. I won't say here, sorry. But the guy is an author of 5 books. I followed this guy for 5 years at least. I read all his books twice. And the guy asked me for a connection with no crystal message. He just hit the button and connect. But it could have been like his PA or whatever. But I prefer to believe that it was himself. But he did that. He didn't that like out of the blue. Of course not. He was posting, advertising in one of his events in London. And then I went there to his comments. And I wrote down, I was following him only. And then I can see his content, right? And then I wrote down there, hey, let's bring this to Dublin. We need this, and that here. I was so specific. And I was so offering him my help that I don't know. I just found the problem. I will find the solution. If he comes back to me and saying like, okay. So he connected. Like 5 minutes later, he connected with me. Something might come back from that. Talita, I was telling them about who connected with me today. That I was happy because, but I was telling them the whole story, why I kind of triggered that, didn't I? I did that. See? And it might, it's like, if he comes back to me tomorrow and says, hey, how can you help me? I'm going to shake a little bit, and then think about it, and then I'm going to write down what I think we can do together. That means what? Business. It took me seconds to do that. It just took me what? Courage. And that's actually, you just don't care if he's going to connect it with me or think about my proposal. Anyway, guys, and then I always leave that to the end because that's really important. And we barely spoke about. There is no other content better than what? Video. If you're not using video to yourself yet, you are wasting opportunities for a few reasons. First, the millennials are coming. So like my daughter, you guys have kids, they pop the camera, they talk live. I don't care, it's live. No, it must be live. So they do so easily. And now we are still like behind about thinking, oh, should I do this? Oh, it's live. And also, okay. And it's been like over a year that I took the courage to start doing it. And I can tell you, when you have the courage to start doing videos, because you already shared, created content, now you'll have much more to say. We share so many things in video now that we have 2 weekly episodes. One is always Monday mornings that I make with Talita. And now we have another one weekly during the evenings, live on Facebook and Instagram and all, not on LinkedIn yet. And this, it's so important, guys. Let me give you another example is, when someone hits me with a CV offering me to work with me, sometimes they believe that my company is bigger than it looks like. And then they offer me. I reply back to them, and what I say is, hey, can you send me a 45 seconds video of yourself telling me why you should be working for us? Do you think they do it? It's really rare. It happens at times, and then you see creep stuff like it. But in the end, what like even the people who did it, who sent me a video, I'm still pondering if I can hire these people. I don't even see their CVs. The HR in my company, they think like you gotta see their CVs. Yeah, I take a look and all, but let's put the guys inside working 1 week. You can see if he's ready for it. He showed me already with the video, because if he took the courage to do something outside the box this way, he's gonna do outside the box things with my clients, with my colleagues. It's gonna be the same way. So it's a way for you to display to your next employer how special you are. And who here in this room here has the habit of doing Facebook live videos? No one? You do? All right. How was it? Good?
It was really good. It was a great experience. Actually, it was...
First time?
It was my first time.
All right.
Live video, yeah.
All right, and then you think to yourself now, okay, this guy's going to ask me to do a Facebook Live now. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to ask you something else. How would you do it, a Facebook Live to someone else's phone? Would you do it? You are thinking about now, right? Why? What happens when you do a Facebook Live? Do you know each other? What happens if she lends you her phone and then you do a Facebook Live on her Facebook? You're live, just saying, hello, I'm in Dublin, my name is Lisa, I'm just attending this crazy experiment here. Would you be more likely to do it? Are you considering at least? Why? Yes, of course. Because so in the end, what is holding you back there? You are afraid of being judged. But when you do it to someone else's phone, you are like, I don't know that. I don't know this guy's the guy in India, so I'm gonna be famous. And you are from India soon. I love India, by the way. So I don't know anyone in India, so I don't see. I'm gonna do it Facebook Live there. So any workshop that we do this exercise. I ask you to switch phones, and we do this crazy experiment here. It's gonna be so noisy. You can say whatever you like. If you are not comfortable in talking in English, you can speak in your own language. So let's do it. I will do it together. I will grab someone else's phone and lend my phone to someone here, and we all do it together. We always do that. I promise you. It's nice. It's amazing. It's an amazing experience. And you will break through using someone else's phone. Showing and exhibiting yourself, exposing yourself to someone that you don't know, to many people that don't know you. Let's do it? All right. So can you get my phone, please? The black one, please. Yeah, would you, please? So Bruno knows. We do that all the time. It's amazing, guys. You can even wait for us to, yeah, this way, thank you. Wait for us to do it, and then just that one. Thank you. So I'm going to actually lend my phone to, you guys, you are going to change it. I'm going to lend my phone to someone. I'm going to lend my phone to you, all right? And then you will give me your phone. And then I'm going to pop Facebook Live here now. What should you say? No rules. You say whatever you like. You're gonna say like, a crazy experiment here. I was forced to do this. I wanna leave. I don't wanna do it, but I'm doing it. And whatever. Just say something. But just the feeling of hitting the Facebook Live button. Go live. It's an amazing feeling. And I must tell you, once you hit that button, you still have a chance to give up, because Facebook will open another button, kind of, are you really sure you want to do this? So you can still give up. So, but at this point onwards, if I start doing it, I will be broadcasting to my network. But I don't want to, they are like they see my face every day. I want to do to his network. And he's going to do, what's your name, sorry?
I'm Pablo.
Pablo.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Just do the same as I did here, Facebook Live.
I don't really have this camera prepared.
All right, cool. And then I'm gonna, you guys are gonna do it, right? I don't see you switching phones. It's gonna be noisy, guys. You can pretend you're doing it. All right? So, 3, 2, 1. All right, we are live here from Dublin, Advanced LinkedIn Workshop. I'm using Pablo's phone. Why aren't you doing it? Yeah, we're together. We are all together in this. Yes. So we are doing our famous live, Facebook Live experiment. And the tricky thing is that no one knows that you're going to... Okay. You guys got it? I want another phone. Your phone now. Yeah. And then you're going to do to his phone. Yeah, he did live. Yeah. All right. All right. Live. Go live. All right. That's it. All right.
Oh my God.
So you're doing to Pablo's phone now.
Just a few
All
minutes
right.
in your video, please.
Hello, this is Pablo. Where are you from, Pablo?
I'm from Bolivia.
Bolivia, nice. Yeah. All right. So we are doing this exercise here.
Yeah,
Pablo is
it's
using my phone, and I told him, let's use someone else's phone. That's much easier. And once you do that, you will be able to do your own phone, and that's the goal. Because the video is the goal here. All right, breaking through. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you
Hello,
so much.
all right.
That was the one who asked us to do that.
Who did it?
He's the crazy one.
You guys did it there in the back? No? Come on. No?
So we're going to share it, right?
Yeah, hit share. Hit share. All right, she did to yours, yes. All right. Thank you. Oh, that's yours? All right, guys. A lot of germs spread now, so yes, I don't mean that I am afraid of germs, but I say. No, I'm just saying for those who don't like germs, don't do this experiment, right? Because you are like. I saw a guy in the airport and he told me, can you scan your phone? I don't, because there's too many germs. But he's like in a position that he's gonna catch all the diseases, right? He's like scanning boarding passes grabbing their phones every day. That's me. Guys, quick here. This is my book, okay? It's live on Amazon, it's live in our store now. It's 226 pages. If you read my book, first thing that you're going to realize is, hey, this guy hasn't reviewed his book. There are mistakes here, errors here. Hey, he already said that. I wrote that in 14 days, but I only did that because in life I believe that it's about you removing the distractions. And I took a holiday, 14 days. I woke up at 5, from 5 to 9 I wrote, and I put my laptop in flight mode, and I left my phone in the hotel room. But I only did that because of this. Because I was like imagining that I was talking to you, and I could write these. And I just did like a spell check, and I was using Grammarly and all. My people read and all, but it's like I only did that because if I sent for reviewing, it's roadblocks. And in life, it's about removing the roadblocks. I don't want to be a recognized author. No, I want to share what I've done that I know that works. That's it. That's why I put these together. And I have a second book in the way now. I created accountability. I'm creating now again. And to me, it's about it's a thicker business card, and also, but it's just for you. It's like, do the same. I trust me. It began like sharing things from others all the time, and now imagine the potential of having a book. How this brings business, but it didn't start this way. And I want to share that with you. I want to share this experience from the bottom of my heart because it works. It works. If you try any other methodology, it's going to also work as long as you stick to it. That's plain and simple. Okay? We are, last year, end of the year, we are associated with the Digital Skills and Jobs Coalition of the European Commission, and we finally hit a good number of 73% of people who achieved success using our methodology. And these people are our specialties, bringing people back to the workforce because we believe that the market needs them, and people, they need better, they are qualified, and they should never go for our jobs because they should bridge the gap and find their opportunities. Okay? For these, I'm going to skip these. I have a few testimonials here. We're running time. Tonight only, we are offering our international career package, 40% off tonight only. You probably received my email here tonight already because it was automated. I already knew that was coming. It was automated, offering you that. And that includes your new LinkedIn. We are going to do your LinkedIn for you. I only review LinkedIn at this stage, but every LinkedIn that my team does, it goes through my hand and I evaluate before it goes out. That's just an example how we branded the LinkedIn. We also take your photo session. Of course, you go to one of our studios and we do it all together. Because we have your LinkedIn, we also do your CV in Word, paper, Word CV. It's the same format. It's also standard as you have. For the past 4 years, we built our learning platform, more than 30 hours of video content in 10 themes: personal branding, advanced LinkedIn networking tactics, content writing, business English, business dress codes, AC interviews, entrepreneurship mindset, and client satisfaction. 10 themes, video, exercises for you to take with your time, okay? We also have a Facebook community where we do what? It's awkward, the image, but just to show you how we do everything live in this community. The shows, they happen there. The community is open. You can go there and join. But I mean, the support of our 8 influencers from the things that I just mentioned, they write this content for us, and they are supporting the people, the subscribers. So anytime, 24/7, if you have an issue, you will go there and put your question, and they are going to answer, they're going to ask you. But the thing is, they're not going to reply to you using what? Video. All right? Flavia, you are in our program, you know. So we have our specific product for what? For displaying your profile for a network of over 10,000 people who hire without the agencies. So skipping layers. I do that because I believe that's a service that I do to qualified people. You see their faces, you'll see. They are all multinationals. I am multinational. I worked in 4 or 5 countries now. They, as well as they did it. But I want to expose, I want to help them with marketing. So what I do is I spend their profiles to people who can potentially hire them. It's a marketing company, guys. And I believe you are products. We are all products. But we give the ability to do that. That's the price. And today we are doing 4 days. Today only, okay? So it's 6 months of $29 with your CV and LinkedIn and photos, everything ready in less than 1 month for only $150, okay? We also, this is a list here. As you saw, LinkedIn, photo session, the CV, the learning platform, 6 months together. Why 6 + 1, 7 months together? No change happens like overnight. You're going to stick together. If I only gave you your LinkedIn, you might not, unless you read my book, but you might not go the extra mile. You will stick with something else because it takes work. It takes time, guys. Everything that I said here today, you probably thought like, I don't have time for these. I don't have. So it's about you finding time for what is important for you, and I'm going to help with that. I'm always there. I'm actually there more than anyone else because I'm the most interested party. Also, I want to share with you that we are holding our Advanced LinkedIn Bootcamp on April 27th, full Saturday. That's a different product, okay? But in days, it's a little bit different because I'm going to teach you how to build your profile. In 8 hours together, we're all going to build your profile, but you are going to write your profile, okay? I'm going to show you how you will create content. So that other product doesn't have that. I'm going to show you how we will write. So if you come with the willpower to write, because you will need to write, create a blog, create a content in your industry, and I will show you how we will connect with decision makers. The way I do it. The way I did the freaking post of the guy offering him to hold an event. That's no secret. I don't show you any secret. I will show you what I do and how often I do it and how I do it. But there's no secret. You will see it, oh, that's what you do it. Yeah. But I'm going to make sure that you do that. And I'm going to make sure that you schedule your things as well and show you how it works. And yeah, that's my mission. You are going to connect with decision makers and skip the middleman. That's a normal price. We are already selling tickets for that. And today, it's less than $600. Okay? Guys, thank you very much for coming. Oh, there's more, actually. And if you get this, you get my book, of course. You get full access to the Skillset School, which is the learning platform. Full access for life. Guys, every video, every content that we put there, there are only 10 things there, but we are pushing more stuff there all the time. And then you consume that from anywhere in the world. And you get 2 VIP seats to our upcoming Meet Your Influencers conference. 2 days, another conference that we have. Also to talk about what? Your progress as a professional. All right, guys, thank you very much. Thanks for listening to that, okay? Thank you.
it's very hard to figure out things by yourself.
I was kind of nervous.
Nice
about
live
it,
you did it. Yeah.
An interview.
Chance to get your book. I saw that you gave to us like the book for.
I guess there are a few copies there with the lady at the reception. Yes. Special price today as well.
No. It's very cool. Thank you very much.
I know that we are connected now. Yeah. You liked my posts.
Sign my notes.
Sign? Really?
Yes.
Oh, really? Oh, nice.
You were wonderful.
Okay.